All right, everybody. Welcome to this month's question of the month. As you know, every month I answer a question that's been submitted through the website. If you want to submit your own question, go to yoganatomy.com/myquestion, and you can submit a question for me to answer on video. All right, this month's question comes from Alexis Tressler. I'm wondering if there are any postures/stretches/drills to help create some softness and opening in and around the knee joint. I find extreme difficult in any lotus type shape and also Supta Virasana postures that need a closing off of the space behind the knee to create the shape. Is simply practicing the shapes the best way to achieve them, or are there research postures or additional exercises that one might find useful to train the body into these shapes? Well, Alexis, I've got loads of resources regarding I never say opening the knee joint. You don't want to open your knee joint. You don't want to destabilize your knee joint. But I've got loads of resources that will teach you how to open the hips so that the knees sit more comfortably. And that's the way you want to think about any of these lotus type postures. If Supta Virasana is a problem for you, there could be some other stuff going on. Usually it's to do with tight quadriceps, so it depends on what kind of activities you're doing besides yoga postures, because you said drills there, so you might be doing CrossFit or something along those lines. The second part is simply practicing the shapes the best way to achieve them. That is generally true, but it's not always true, and some of these shapes, as we're calling them at the moment, are a bit tentative and tricky, and if you don't have the right opening as you try to take the shape, you're more likely to cause problems. Lotus is one of those. The main resources I have, I have a whole Lotus workshop on my website. You can go to it, you can buy it, it's a downloads or stream, you can watch those videos. Not only do I describe all of the anatomy in and around the knee and what makes Lotus and what good technique looks like, but I take you through a class of my favorite preparations for getting into Lotus, if we're talking about that one specifically. Other than that, there's loads of articles that are free on my website as well. Just type in knee or type in Lotus, and you're going to find those resources very easily. All right, I hope that answered your question. Anybody else, if you got questions, once again, go to yoganatomy.com/myquestion.